Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am back here with a little bit of beta gameplay and just my personal thoughts on the beta so far and Modern Warfare 2 as a whole. If you could just go ahead and subscribe and like the video, that would mean a lot to me, but let's just jump straight into this. Alright, so I'm going to first talk about things that I enjoyed about the beta. I liked the movement. A lot of people complain, oh, they can't slide cancel. Well, that's annoying. It hurts the hands anyway. Just get over it. Bunny hopping is fun. I enjoy bunny hopping around corners. I like that that's kind of the meta now. Or at least, I think it's the meta. It's easy enough to do. It's fun. Gets you kills. Whatever. I actually enjoyed the new perk system. You can get more perks, but it's a delay until you obtain the last two. So you get 4 total. You get one about halfway through the game or earlier, depending on if you're playing good. If you're playing better, you get them sooner, and the last ones it says like 80% through the game you'll get it, or if you're doing good, you get it earlier. I like it. I mean, that's just a personal preference of mine. I actually enjoyed that. I like the feel of the game as well. It feels like the movement wise, it feels like an old school Call of Duty, like Modern Warfare 3 almost, but with like newer mechanics, like a modern twist to it. I don't know. I think it's just fun to dolphin dive around everywhere and try to dive behind someone, sneak or get behind them and take them out that way. It doesn't work like ever, but it's always satisfying when it does happen. The recoil in the game I like, because it feels like you're actually shooting a gun. Like when you pull a trigger, it's like, yeah, yep, that's a gun alright. It's not like a Nerf blaster or like an airsoft gun. This is your recoil. It takes a little bit of skill to actually use the gun, because when you shoot, there's visual recoil now. It's kind of fun. And with that recoil, there's gun smoke. At the end of the barrel, it starts smoking more, especially when you're holding down automatic fire. It creates a little bit of a little smoke there. You quit shooting, it'll dissipate fairly quickly, but as you're sitting there holding the trigger, it kind of clouds your vision, which is kind of cool. And this gun smoke stuff I noticed very heavily with the Juggernaut suit. You hold the trigger down and you can't see anything. It's like you're smoke screening yourself, and I thought that was pretty cool and a fun way to like kind of balance it. So my neutral thoughts on the game. The creator class has high potential, but in the beta there's so much locked where it's kind of almost confusing to learn. I kind of figured it out, but still so much is locked, and they're like, oh, with the receivers it changes what kind of gun, but at the same time they have the different guns in different slots throughout there. You can just pick the gun, and all it's doing is changing the receiver. So I thought it was going to be more complicated, but it's simple, but then I complicated things in my own head. I don't know. Whatever. A lot of people complain about red dots not being on the minimap. I kind of thought it wasn't needed, if that makes sense. The game's fast-paced and all, and the gunshots are pretty loud, footsteps are obnoxiously loud, but I never needed to look at my minimap to know where someone was necessarily, I guess. Even with suppressors, they were pretty dang loud. The maps seem to be okay. I had nothing to complain about the maps at all, really. Get used to them. New COD, you have to get used to new maps. I have no issues with them, really. None of them really annoy me too much. I didn't like the museum map at first, but it kind of, or not museum, it was the hotel. Museum was only in there for like a day, they took it out. Hotel, that map kind of gave me some hard times at first. I think Search and Destroy plays really well on it, but respawns get kind of tricky on it. So, I think the game has high potential. I think that almost every year, but then they always manage to ruin it. Hopefully they have a solid competitive rule set and aspect implemented into the game. This game was catered to casuals and it was very evident. Still easy to get sweaty though and ruin people's days if that's what you're trying to do. You just need to learn how to maneuver and learn the game. So people just don't want to relearn the mechanics, relearn a game. If you learn it, people are still going to sweat. Like I said before, I'm happy slide canceling is gone because gosh, my hands it hurts, and there's reasons why it hurts, because you're giving yourself arthritis. Things I did not enjoy. Footsteps are just loud. They quiet the footsteps a bit, and I feel like dead silence isn't gonna be a big deal anymore. Like, even crouch walk, you could crouch walk and it's still clomp, like, that's just not right. Kill streaks are weak. When I say weak, I mean like the chopper gunner. Oh, someone got a chopper gunner. Hey, let's just put a mag in each person, if that, and it's destroyed right away. There's no point in obtaining the high chopper gunner streak when it gets shot down within 2 seconds of it being called in. It doesn't move anywhere, it just sits there. Has a visual glitch where the rotors aren't even moving. It just kinda, yeah, not worth running. At least in first weekend of the beta. The inconsistent time to kill, did not like that. Sometimes I would feel like I'd shoot the guy once and they just get blasted, and other times it's like I put a mag into him and it's all hit markers, no kills. It was very weird feeling, but sometimes I felt like I'm going off, sometimes I'm like, wow, I suck. Maybe I was going off, maybe I do suck. I don't know. So what I found cool that they added to the game, but it could very well be annoying, the half reloads. I thought it's a cool concept. It screwed me over so many times that I tried to YY, you know, cancel the reload, and then I'm sitting there with no mag in my gun, and I'm like, yep, I just getting shitted on, I guess. It is what it is. Like I said, it's cool. Can be annoying. But sometimes it's also annoying when you go and sprint out and it cancels your reload because, you know, you didn't cock the gun back or something. It does that all the time. Now all you have to do is cock the gun back and it's low. You don't have to go through the entire animation anymore. The wall hang mechanic, I thought that was really cool. I enjoyed it a lot. I did it a lot. I did not see many people doing it against me, so I'm not sure how annoying it really is to go against. I've seen it a couple times, and it's not like you're not exposed at all. Your head's peeking it when you're out shooting, so I don't know. We'll see how that continues on as the game progresses and people start figuring out that, oh, I can do this. Something that I thought was cool is the third-person point of view. I've never played COD in third person. It was fun. It was interesting at times because, you know, it's almost like an entirely different game. But it's something I probably will not play a ton personally just because it's just not my style of game. But it's definitely good to change it up. A lot of people are saying it's like, oh, look it's like Fortnite with shotguns again. I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, it's all about fun, right? So, there's some things that I hope they consider. I hope they do consider making Dead Silence or Ninja as a perk, but put it as like the red slot. So you don't get it right away and you earn it about halfway through. I could see that being a good thing. Why not? I'm sure they won't do it, but whatever. Red dots back on the minimap because it's been in COD since forever. Why change that? I know I saw tweets today where they're like, oh, it's because it helps protect our certain group of players, and like, okay, whatever. Just maybe a little too far in the casuals, huh? I hope though that they consider to just cater to competitive players as well, because like I get that the casuals are their biggest fan base and it provides them the most money, but maybe some of these sweaty kids will buy skins if the game is fun for them as well, instead of a camp fest and making everything terrible. Have ranked available right away too. That would be super cool. And if you cater to ranked and competitive, at least the CDL will become more fun to watch and maybe promote the CDL more. Make people more aware of that's a thing out there and give support to challengers too. That would be pretty cool. Another thing, they're not going to get rid of shotguns at all, but just don't have them overpowered. The 725 was a problem. LMGs are annoying just because they spam, but that's the point of them. I get it. Just don't make them super overpowered and everything will be great. Claymores, please don't be like Modern Warfare 2019 again with the dang Claymores. We'll see how that goes when the game comes out, but I'm really hoping that it's not the same. Anyway, I actually really enjoyed playing the beta. I thought it felt great, it looked great. I had a lot of fun playing it. There's moments where it's like, oh, maybe this needs to be tweaked, and there's some glitches here and there that I can't remember off the top of my head, but overall, I'd say it was a pretty good experience, and I'm glad I was able to try it out. And I hope other people find it fun too. People are too nitpicky nowadays, and they complain about everything. Like, honestly, I feel like this is a solid game, and I think they did a pretty good job. Just a few small tweaks, and I'm sure they've already kind of got it in the back of their mind what they got to do yet. And hopefully on October 28th, it's a great time, and everybody can have fun, whether you're a casual or a competitive player. Or hopefully the rest of the maps are good. We just need good maps, and I think that'll help balance a lot of the casual versus competitive player bases, because maps are a huge deal in that competitive aspect, and casuals I don't think care a whole lot about if the map is competitive or not. They just want to sit in their corners or tiptoe around and just have fun, because at the end of the day, you're there to hop on, have fun, hopefully hop on with your boys, with friends, and just grind some COD, and at the end of the day, have a great night. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed my list of stuff that I came up with here, and hopefully it helps you decide if you want to buy the game or not. I'll see you next time.
Johnny B, he let it pop at your top. Leave your brain on the blacktop. Fuck a op, never trust a cop. Sing this dope, call it a cash crop. Never stop, let it rock. Ted Bundy with the charisma. Ain't nobody gonna miss you. Turn you to a real good listener.